when you're diagnosed, we're always so ready to do. Like, what do I need to do? What do I need to add? And for me, it was much more helpful to take things away first. What can we clear? What can we move out of the way to make space for more things, right? So much of disease has to do with an overaccumulation of stuff, mentally, physically, emotionally. So that's why I wanted to focus more on what not to do, how to get rid of stuff, how to like put ourselves in a good position so that when we do begin things and start to add things on, their maximum potential can be reached, and they can have a much more desired effect if we were just taking something and sprinkling it over, kind of our disease state and the things that started the disease loop that we are in. So we need to consider 3 areas. I feel like most people go to the physical first and foremost. They think, okay, what foods do I need to eat? What supplements do I need to take? And they kind of bypass the emotional and mental aspects of, a diabetes diagnosis and how heavy and traumatic that can be. So we're going to touch on 3 parts of all of these. If there's anything I've missed or something that you want to know more about, do not hesitate to leave a comment, ask for more. That's what this is all about. We want to make sure that I'm covering all the bases and making sure you have what you need to move forward comfortably in managing either your condition or your child's condition. So first things first, right? And this gets under my skin because I feel like a lot of people are missing the point in what's to be expected with a diabetes diagnosis. So I want to first point out that things are not normal, okay, after diabetes. And that's okay. We need to kind of let go of the idea of, okay, what do I need to do to get myself back to the point where I can do what I was doing before and not have to worry about it. And that's just not the case, because in all honesty, diabetes is an undeniable bodily statement. This is the disease state is your body saying, hey, listen, something is not right. What we were doing was not working. Okay. And, the overwhelming aspects of a diagnosis, a diabetes diagnosis, can make people want to resort to the things that they had before, the safety and the comfort of what was routine before. But you have to realize that all of that led you to the disease state. So we need to be able to let those things go. And I mentioned fast food, I mentioned physical inactivity and kind of this technology dependence and a disconnection from nature. Those are 3 very broad topics, but we'll talk more about each of those things and kind of realize and think about what we've come to accept as normal. So, and all of this usually stems from our desire for ourselves or our loved ones to live a normal life, right? I got diagnosed when I was 8. The biggest concern I had was still being able to play Little League baseball, right? And my parents were like, okay, we got to make sure he's able to do all the normal things, birthday parties, swimming, all of the things that a kid is supposed to do, do whatever it takes to get them to that point. And some of those things are okay. Nothing is completely off guard or off limits when it comes to diabetes, but you have to consider the implications of what we've considered normal in society for our health, for our emotional balance and all those kinds of things. So what you want more than just your kid to fit in and be normal is for them to feel like they belong, for them to feel safe, and for them to be loved as they are. And if it's you with the diagnosis, you want to belong, you want to feel safe, and you want to be loved no matter what. Okay? So kind of keep that at the heart of what you're seeking in managing diabetes, right? Don't get lost in what you think normal is supposed to look like or what you've been conditioned to believe normal is supposed to be, all right? So let's go ahead and get started.